Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name's Can and today something special, as you can probably see from the screen. Black Ops 3 beta is here. I was going to be taking a nice weekend off, seeing as it was my birthday, but screw it, it's here, and I know that there's a million fanboys out there wanting to watch this, so what are you going to do? So, first things first, there's going to be 3 videos up today. Well, not necessarily today. I'm recording 3 videos today. That's what I should have said. First things first. What the hell is going on with Black Ops 3? Well, we'll go through that now for you all. When you start, you'll be asked to choose a character, essentially. I chose this guy because he had a cool lightning gun. Your specialists. I don't know whether I like this feature or whether I despise it. I genuinely don't. Gone are the days when you were just some generic person in the background. Now you're a character, but everyone else also picks from this limited pool of characters. But yeah, you also get to pick which attribute you want. You can either go with the weapon, which yes, I was going to be kind of, you know, in the middle of the road when I was going to say this, but you know, no, the weapons are overpowered. Let's just leave it like that, shall we? Weapons are overpowered. The defensive buffs are very good, but they just pale in comparison to the weapons. Like for instance, this guy gets gravity spikes. He basically gets bloody gravity knives that he just murders everything with. Overdrive enables a temporary burst of speed. Well, you know, kind of handy. This one, you get a compound bow that fires explosive bolts, and everyone plays as this character. I don't know what that says about the bow, whether that says that the bow is overpowered or what, I don't know, but literally, I'd say about 70% of people that I've come across play as this character. Make of that what you will. Very rarely do I come across this guy, and when I do, I've never seen someone pull out the spikes, so I don't know how good they are. Then there's a character I chose, Prophet. He gets a, oh hang on before we go to Prophet. Vision Pulse. Very good, although I have heard rumours that when you do the Vision Pulse, other people can see you. That literally doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. But yeah, pulse surrounding area to reveal enemies within range. All happy days, Predator vision, basically. Then you have Prophet, who gets lightning gun, Tempest, charge shot, very short charge time, but still, I still feel that it's not quite as good as what it could be. The problem is that the gun, you have to hit them with it, because if you miss, it's not like a slight shotgun effect in that it will arc to the person if you go within, say, I don't know, a couple of inches of them. You actually have to hit them with it in order for it to work. Otherwise, you're screwed. And the thing has a slow rate of fire because it has a charge in between each fire. And admittedly, the charge is short, but when you're trying to double tap stuff, it won't cooperate with you. Don't even try it. He also gets glitch, which sounds like an amazingly fun ability. Flash back to a previous position while keeping all other conditions intact. So, if you've been shot and you're damaged, you know, you'll still be at that percentage of health, but you'll be elsewhere, so you won't be shot at. Then you got this lady who gets the war machine. What else do you want? And kinetic armor basically makes you indestructible unless you get done by explosives or shot in the face. So, happy days, I suppose. Creator class has some improvements I like to add. Up here, they've gone back to the old, I think it was Black Ops 2 was the last time to use this. The old slots on, I'm assuming that's supposed to be like weight or something, but there you go. But yeah, the guns now, all attachments, regardless of what they are, have a cosmetic change. For instance, previously things like FMJ didn't have a cosmetic change to your gun. Now, it does stuff to your gun, so you always know whether you've got something attached. Doesn't matter what it is, even something like rapid fire. Even something minor cosmetic like that changes everything. So I'm very pleased to see that. I'm very, very, very happy bunny. Now, onwards to weapon selection. Unfortunately, the beta is kind of limited. Also, it depends on how high you level up in this thing. I've only been playing this for a few minutes. I'm like, what, level 3 or something. All the guns are basically rip-offs of current guns. They've just mashed them together and put futuristic textures on. Like, this is clearly an MP5 with a bleeding UMP45 magazine on it. This is clearly a P90. You know, you kind of understand what you're getting into. And sort of the list goes on, really. If you sit there and look at the guns long enough, you start to go, oh, I recognise that. Like, that's a Chinese gun from, I think, Battlefield uses it. But yeah, as you can see, Arc 7. Oh, look, I wonder what that is. But yeah, I just unlocked this thing. I'm not very good with it, but, you know, practice makes perfect. That's clearly a foul. And onwards, and onwards, and onwards. I'm not going to keep going through all of it, but we'll have a quick look at all the guns while we're in here. Shotguns, there's only 2 available at the moment. The pump action and the, essentially, AA-12. Light machine guns, same deal. There's 2. That one looks really nice, but I haven't yet to use it yet. And then sniper rifles, you got the bolt action, and then you got the, I'm assuming it's supposed to be an SVD or something. Looks very nice. Now, to stuff that I don't like. Secondaries. There are 3 pistols in the game. Now, I'm not some person who sits there going, oh, I want, you know, I like pistols. I'm sorry, you got secondaries, alright? I mean, look at, what was it? I think it was Modern Warfare 2. It had, like, the Desert Eagle, had the 9mm, it had the revolver, it had several guns, alright? To have 3... no real problem, alright? If they're 3 broad choices, then I don't mind. Have something like a 9mm, a high-powered semi-automatic, and a machine pistol, right? In here, they've gone with the first gun you get is the strongest damage in class. And it's got like 20 rounds in a magazine or something. It's obscene. And I'm just like, what is this? And it sounds crap. I'm not being funny, it sounds terrible. It sounds like I'm firing a pea shooter. It sounds awful. It sounds like the weediest pistol in the history of everything. Then you got this, that looks like it should do more damage, but apparently doesn't. I'm assuming that's supposed to be like a TAC-45 or something. And then you got this, which is, I'm assuming is supposed to be some kind of TMP or something. Clearly a machine pistol. And it just astonishes me that this thing is the most powerful pistol, but sounds awful and is the first gun you get. It's whatever. Then you get this thing I do approve of, though. This thing I do approve of. Everybody gets this straight off the bat. Shoot down UAVs that you can lock on, you can dumbfire, you get 2 rockets. It's everything you want from it, really. And to get it straight away is amazingly good because you can shoot down all those pesky UAVs and air support stuff that everybody calls in, so everything's wonderful. Then you got Black Cell, which I'm assuming is some kind of grenade launcher by the looks of things, or a homing thing, I don't know. Like the oh god, like the Stinger. That's what I was trying to get. Perhaps it's like a Stinger. I don't know. I haven't used it yet. But anyway, and then special, a combat knife. These days, when you melee, you hit them with the butt of your rifle, and it doesn't insta-kill them. Does a lot of damage, but doesn't insta-kill them. I'm much approve of this. The knife is, you have to take it as your secondary, and you can insta-kill people with it. So, all you Ninja Pro people from many Call of Duties ago, ha 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 ha, screw you. And, well, yes, that's essentially the weapons sorted out. Again, with the pistols, attachment wise they do the same thing again. All the stuff does different cosmetic changes to your weapon. Lethal wise, you got the frag, semtex, trip mine, C4, combat axe, and thermite charges, which I'm most pleased by. I want those very badly. Then you got concussion, which for me, when I got hit by one of these, the effect lasted forever and I could not move. I was waving my mouse around like a lunatic and I just couldn't turn. So, if I'm being honest, that needs a slight nerf. A slight nerf. Not a major nerf, but a slight nerf, because, I mean, people can just run rings around you. It's awful. Flashbang, I've never seen anybody use, I'll be honest. EMP grenades, trophy system, smokescreen, black hat, and shock charge makes its return. Again, you can take 2 of those and 2 of those. You can take 2 lethals when you get the perk for it. Perk-wise, things have gotten slightly weird. Here you've got Afterburner. Thrust has a faster recharge rate, so they basically try and make you play a bit like Titanfall. But I am not going to start comparing this to Titanfall. Main reason being that if I do, Titanfall will win. Alright, that's just the way it is. I'm not going to do it. It's an unfair comparison. It's like a midget fighting a Goliath, alright? It's not going to work. I'm not slagging off Call of Duty here, but the point is that they've taken a formula that they have refined over several years and then gone into a sort of slump with, and then decided, let's rip off someone who's doing an actual good job of it, and they kind of half-baked it. Well, we'll get into that in a little bit. Then you have Sixth Sense, displays minimap indicator, directs nearby enemies, blah blah, blind eye, undetectable enemy air support. The usual stuff in there. There is other three, but they don't give you the description of what they do yet, obviously, but you know, they've been in previous games before, so you have a good idea of what they are or what they might be. Fast hands, swap weapons faster, all that good stuff. Anti-up increases your score streak by starting with 1 in your score streak. That was like, oh god, I can't remember what the perk was in the last one. It's been a long time since I played any of them. Hardwired, immune to various EMPs and nasty stuff that people can use against you, so that is also very worth taking. I'm very tempted to get that at some stage. And then finally, perk 3, you got Gung Ho. Hip fire your weapon, deploy equipment, and throw grenades while sprinting. That perk is an interesting one because everyone gets it straight away, and yeah, it basically turns the game. If it wasn't already, that perk turns it into Titanfall, and it's a kind of a mixed bag, to be honest. From my experience playing this at the moment, assault rifles are dead. If you're a fan of the assault rifle, because the point is everyone is sprinting and firing while sprinting, and the game just turns into a bullet hose. No one stands to shoot anymore. It's just sprint and blast people with SMGs, and the assault rifles just don't have the rate of fire or accuracy whilst hip firing that the SMGs do. And the SMGs, generally speaking, have a faster reload rate as well. So SMGs are the way to go at the moment. Unless they increase the hip fire accuracy of assault rifles, I can't see this changing anytime soon. I mean, you do see, I'm not saying that assault rifles are extinct, you still do see people using them, but to nowhere near as effectively as the SMGs. That's just the way it is at the moment. I'm just merely, you know, saying what I've seen. Blast suppressor, no mini-map signature when thrust jumping, thrust sound is suppressed. We've had that before, but for more walking than anything else. Enemy movements are easier to hear, blah blah blah, all very boring. Wild cards make their return once more. Overkill, primary gunfire, perk 1, green, perk 2, perk 3, secondary gunfire, tactician, and danger close. We've all seen it all before. And, well, everything's kind of similar but different in many ways. So, yeah, it's quite intriguing. We'll jump into one quick match for this game. For this video. And, core, team deathmatch. We'll go through the other games in another video. Yeah, this is a very intriguing game, nonetheless. I'll try and fill you in my thoughts on this as we go through. I mean, look at this. Level 39. The beta only lasts for a couple of days. I think today's like the last day to play it. Or possibly tomorrow, I can't remember. But it's just insane that these people are putting this many hours into playing a beta for a game that isn't out yet. I mean, come on now. Give the thing a break. Oh, dear. I mean, I've only put a couple of minutes into it, but there you go.
Team deathmatch.
Here we go, right.
We will prevail.
Use this. I don't care. Yeah. It graphically,
consider all contacts hostile.
it's not very pretty, let's be honest. My experience with playing this is that it feels to me like I'm wearing, I know a lot of people of you guys have done this, so don't act like you haven't. Is if you ever come across like a friend or family member or whatever who wears prescription glasses and you've gone, can I wear those? And you stick them on and it makes everything go slightly foggy. yeah, the lag is also real as well. The lag is well, it has ups and downs. It flares up every now and again. For like 5 minutes, it'll be the smoothest game known to man, and then you'll just hit a brick wall and it'll just stutter like you wouldn't believe. Oh damn.
Grenade! Hellstorm inbound.
Sorry. And onwards again. Call of Duty is, as always, is Call of Duty. People just don't look at gameplay style. If you try and play this like a normal Call of Duty, like say, I don't know, if you're a fan of Modern Warfare or something, you will die a lot and often, and you will cry. Good night, Vienna. If you try and play this like Titanfall, like I was when I first got this, you will be disappointed and you will die often because it's not as fast or as fluid as Titanfall. So it's a very weird mixture of, you want to try and play it like Advanced Warfare, but like you've got infinite sprint. That's essentially the way you want to play this. Yeah, it's a very bizarre thing to try and play, but once you get it down, you will be fine. It's quite easy to get into the swing of things.
Friendly
Well,
UAV
for me it was
inbound.
anyway. For some of you that are, yes, you know. For some of you that, for instance, a lot of you that have been playing on the PS4, I think you're gonna have a hard time, quite frankly.
Reaper neutralized.
Reason being that people on the Xbox One and oh wow, that's bad.
Friendly UAV
People on the Xbox
inbound.
One and on PC, like myself, have played Titanfall and have had experiences with this. I'm not saying everybody on the Xbox and PC has played it, but you know, a good majority has done. What was that?
Tempest discharge ready.
See what I mean by concussion grenades? You just can't move. Here we go. Come on. Oh god, I got shot in the neck. Amazing. Don't worry folks, we'll have another chance to get that gun back. It comes round fairly often. But yeah, for those of you that are on the PS4 or haven't played Titanfall on the Xbox or PC, you're going to have a hard time adjusting to this. Purely because you wouldn't have played anything anywhere near as similar. Oh dear me, that was awful. That was god awful. But yeah, unless you're a fast learner, I generally think that you'll get scythed down like that quite badly by like 16 people. However, these are all the bad things I'm focusing on at the moment. Oh god.
The world is watching. Show them the win.
Which is quite frankly unfair because
Counter UAV
I genuinely think this is the best Call of Duty since Black Ops 2.
deployed.
I really do. For all of its faults, of which there's many, I genuinely think this is a bloody good game. You're going to sink many hours into this once you get the hang of it, and well, everything's going to be lovely. Oh, someone's running around with a combat knife. Someone thinks they're Ninja Pro. Also, I turned it off for this game, but when you start with the default settings, it has... Oh, you bitch. It has, what am I looking at? Aim down sights as a toggle, which is no problem. I use toggle aim down sights on various games. I generally speaking don't really have a preference as to what I prefer. However, oh there we go. I got done by the lightning gun, as you can see there.
Only the strongest survive.
Unfortunately, the toggle is kind of a bit slow for me. It feels sluggish. And when you sprint and aim down sight, which you do quite often in this, it changes from the toggle to the regular hold down, right click and then let go, which is very off-putting when you're mid-sprint and all of a sudden, I mean, look at the scoreboard. The scoreboard just doesn't work half the time. It's a load of old garbage. Who knows what I got? I'm guessing it wasn't all that great, but who cares? Yeah, a very mixed bag. So yeah, you might want to watch out for that. Also, the mouse controls are god awful. Make sure you tinker with the mouse settings because oh god, it was awful. It was so good. Wow, 6 kills, 10. That is awful. That is god awful. There's no excuse for that one. But yeah, anyway, that was the first quick look at Black Ops 3, folks. We will be back in a second video with more gameplay, and I hope you all enjoy. So don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe as usual, guys. And I'll see you all in the next video. Ta-ra, guys.